Welcome back to Hold the Pulp. We're sitting inside Subcat Studios with hip-hop artist Taj. Taj, how you doing today?
How you doing, man? It's a
Good,
pleasure.
good. Now let's start with your emergence onto the hip-hop scene. Your first mixtape featured Green Lantern, who's a big prominent DJ now.
Right.
Looking back, how much did that mixtape help with the start of your career?
It helped a lot. That it was very, 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 very helpful to my whole career. At that time, Green Lantern was actually just getting his start, and I think he was probably at his peak as no, I wouldn't say at his peak, but he was emerging. I was emerging, so it was like him helping me, and it was it was a good situation for both of us because he was becoming to be somebody. He was reached out to help me. And a lot of people that know my music, they know that song. They say, "Oh, that's Four Walls. I remember Green Lantern." I mean, even to this day, they say, "Oh, you was on Green Lantern CD. I remember that CD." So it was very, very helpful.
Yeah. Now, along with performing, you're also an entrepreneur. You just founded Finally Focused Music Group. What was the reasoning behind Finally Focused, and what do you see for the future for this music group?
Finally Focused was just me getting to the point where I felt as though I didn't want to sign to a major label. I felt like, I've outgrown that situation, and it's so in these days and times with the computer and the internet and everything, it's so much easier just to do it yourself without the 360 deals that the labels want to offer you, and them getting a piece of this. And I mean, when they say 360, they literally mean a piece of everything that you do, film, clothing, whatever you venture off into. So I said, well, I've got a buzz and I have a fan base, a core fan base, so I could start my own situation. And, the name Finally Focused became self-explanatory. I was so unfocused for so many years and doing other things that I'm finally focused now, so.
Now, you also talked about film. That seems like a new passion of yours. You have the Finally Focused Film group. So talk about, is that something that you're looking to break into?
Yeah, film actually is my newest passion. That's something that I always wanted to do after rap. I always said when I get to the point where I can afford to do a film, I'm gonna buy the cameras and I'm gonna shoot this movie, and it was called Jukes, which I actually started and stopped and started and stopped, and now I'm working on a new short. But yeah, film is what I ultimately that's where I see myself in 5 years, directing and acting and doing more film work.
Now, one of these artists that you did sign to your music group is Lil Tajh, who we have right here.
Right.
Now, is this something he always wanted to do, or did Dad help him out here? What's the back behind this?
I helped him out, but he's been around the studio since he was born. I used to bring him to the studio when I would record, and and that's just he always showed interest, and then it wasn't until he showed me a couple of videos that he did on his own on the computer. Like, I didn't even know that he could do the things that he was doing with iMovie, and he was just in front of the computer rapping and doing his own music. So then I told him, continue to do well in school, and if you do well in school, then I'll shoot you your own music video. And so we wrote the song together, and we shot the video.
Now, how much does YouTube and stuff like that help? Because you guys have thousands of views already on YouTube for just the one song. So how has that really helped your career take off?
For my career, it hasn't helped, but for his, it's enormous. He was on thisis50.com, which is the second biggest hip hop website owned by 50 Cent. He was on allhiphop.com. He was on a numerous amount of blogs. So YouTube has definitely been beneficial for him and I as an artist. So yeah, we got 130,000 views in 4 days for his for the Polo Swivel song. So yeah.
There you go. Now, your new project, the Bars Tour, you guys are trying to find the best talent up in the upstate New York region. Talk about what the goal is for that tour.
Well, the ultimate goal for Bars is to bring awareness for hip hop artists upstate, because I feel like in this region there's so many talented artists, and not only hip hop artists but just artists in general, but we haven't got that light shined on us yet upstate. So the whole idea behind Bars is Buffalo, Albany, Rochester, Syracuse, and I want to go to each of these cities, and I want to find the head honcho, and then also the other supporting artists that are moving and that have a buzz in that area. And we're gonna put this documentary together and try to shed some light on what's going on upstate, because it's a big misconception as to what's going on upstate, and plus it's just an untapped market. So anybody who's the first to do it, it should be lucrative for them. And I just want to be the person to come out and be the front man, the foreperson to say, hey, this is what we have upstate. You know, and it's a lot of talented artists, producers, promoters. So we're going to showcase everything, you know.
Sounds like a
that
great
Upstate has to offer.
Sounds like a great opportunity for upcoming artists. Now,
Absolutely.
Taj, a game we like to play on our show is called Hillbilly or Hood. And what happens is we name a lyric. It's either country or rap, and you got to tell me if it's a rap song or a country song. We're going to quiz you on one or two of these. Okay,
Okay, no problem.
So the first one is, "See, you got me eager as a beaver." Is that hillbilly or hood?
Hood.
That is hood. That's "Feeling So Sexy" by Ludacris. Yes.
Okay.
So
All
there you
right.
go. There's one of them. Here's another one. "You, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from a glass." Hillbilly or hood?
Hillbilly.
There you go. Toby Keith, Red Solo Cup. See, he's pretty good at this. And then finally, "Even on a slow day, I can have a three-way." Hillbilly or hood?
Oh, that's got to be hood.
It's actually hillbilly. It's
What?
Brad Paisley. Yeah, you would never think that.
A three-way, huh?
Yeah, you would never think so. You would never think. And finally, Taj, what's the future looking like for Taj? Where do you see your career going?
The future is movies, directing, and acting, and you know, the future is Lil Tajh. He's the future. He's the future. Finally Focused Music Group. My artist J Rap, my artist Young Kaz, my producers MIC West from LA, Dynasty Beats, Unique Beats. Those are all in-house production that we do, and you know, so it's just Finally Focused Music Group as a whole, man. Just look for us to be where Puff Daddy is, where Bad Boy is. That's the ultimate goal, you know, and then to tie the movies and the soundtracks along with it.
Well, you can catch Taj. He's starting up his bars tour, and look out for your film. So thanks for joining us today,
Yeah,
Taj.
it's nice to have me here.
Have a good one.
Thanks for the people that was supporting my video. And if you haven't checked out my video yet, check it out at YouTube, Polo Swivel, Lil Tajh, and iTunes, Polo Swivel.